Hello, everybody. We're back on Sensations. I believe I just recorded an uncensored part, so that's going to be separate. Did not know it was going to start out that way, but luckily I figured it out, and it's not going to be here on YouTube, obviously, because of the rules, and I don't want to get demonetized due to the rules. Again, if you want to receive any uncensored videos that I record, you must become a Patreon contributing member either on my $9 tier or the $25 tier. Those two are set up for adult content. And of course, the funds are from your membership go directly to charity. So you be doing a good thing for the community to help out the charities that need the funds. And again, I want to thank 151 subscribers. Just to let you know, I have 151 subscribers now. So you can find the link to my Patreon within the description area just below the video. And I'd really appreciate if you guys could join. Again, the money goes directly to charity. It doesn't come to me. It just goes directly to charity. And yeah. So we are still recording, yes. So, let's get started. There we go.
I ordinarily like to end my day relaxing and falling asleep with some acid. It does wonders for stress relief, anxiety relief. Would that interest you?
Well, he's already done some other drugs before, so he probably will.
Acid. That's easy. I feel like dating greed got me ready for this. It just, takes a while to wear off.
Yeah.
Sure. I've taken it before. I trust you.
Thank you. Trust is so important in a relationship. You may not have realized it, but saying you trust me. Nothing. I have some acid here. I would love to lay with you after taking some. We can continue work tomorrow.
Sounds good to me. Wrath produces a small plastic bag of tiny white squares. He takes a couple out and hands me one.
You can eat this and we'll soon be off. It takes around 8 hours to wear off. We may not sleep much, but Sandra will take care of things in our absence.
I take Wrath's square, eat it, and sit on the edge of his bed. Wrath walks to the opposite side and lays down, while managing his cell phone. Soft music starts playing, from speakers mounted on the wall that I just now noticed.
Come lay down. We can talk while we relax. I find it pleasant to talk with someone while on acid.
Okay.
I lay down, and Wrath lays back as well. Neither of us make a move to cuddle. That's fine. Maybe Wrath isn't into cuddling. I close my eyes while I wait for the drug to take effect. Wrath likes intellectual conversation though, right? Let's give that a try. So, it's pretty obvious you like to read. Have you read anything recently that you really liked?
I'm very easy to please when it comes to reading. I enjoy everything I read, in most cases. Recently, I've been reading about ancient mythologies and demonology. It is fascinating to see what ancient people believed in, or how their belief system came about.
Huh? Demonology?
I assure you, I don't believe in demons or any such nonsense, but I find the study of myths fascinating.
You know, you would think he would believe in demons. I mean, he's been down the hill. I mean, he had been down the hill before he came back here to Earth to become the human part of one of the deadly sins. Human side of it.
You naughty liar, Wrath. Here you are, a deadly sin, telling me you don't believe in demons. Of course not. Imagine believing there's demons out there going bump in the night.
I know, right?
It is interesting how so many different cultures came up with their own version of demons. European cultures, Middle East cultures, Asian cultures, all of them had some belief in demons, jinns, or some malevolent force.
They were explaining things that they couldn't explain, and stories grew out of that.
Correct. Sometimes someone would go mad and it was viewed as demonic possession. We now know there's many different types of mental illness that can manifest in a way that would definitely puzzle early civilizations.
But now, we have answers for a lot of those puzzles. You don't think there's any chance it could be real?
I'm not one to say something could not exist, or does not exist. But honestly, there's very little evidence to support supernatural beings.
Yeah, I imagine with so many cameras these days, if there were any supernatural things out there, something would have been captured on video by now.
Exactly. People claim supernatural encounters all the time, but when pressed on them, they turn out to be very human experiences. At least in my experience.
Have you ever asked someone if they believe in ghosts? So many people have stories they believe are ghosts, but none of them can ever be verified.
That is interesting, certainly. With so many people claiming some experience with the supernatural, maybe there is something to it. But we may never know. And maybe it wouldn't be good if people did know.
If people did know?
Hypothetically speaking.
I noticed my vision starting to blur together. I think I'm starting to feel the acid.
I am as well. Do you feel alright?
I do. Thank you for asking.
I wouldn't want anything troubling you.
What were we saying?
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, drugs might do that. Especially on a hardcore drug like acid, probably.
I did, as well. The rest of the night passed in a blur. We talked of so many things, and I forgot them instantly. I felt hot, then cold, then hot again. Sometime during the night we both passed out, and an eternity later I woke up. I feel like I haven't had a drink in a year. Wrath is nowhere to be seen, but I do see he left me a glass of water on the end table. He's so considerate, and I love that. I get up and test out my balance. Everything seems to be in working order. I exit Wrath's bedroom and head to his office. Wrath is sitting behind his desk with his usual cup of tea.
We got a text to see who it is. Luke Gallo, Pride. Kosuke, where have you been all my life? dead for some of it. Okay. Isn't that the truth? Want to swing by and have sex? Not right now. We're with Raph. I'm actually with Raph currently. Why not ask Joseph? Joseph isn't the deadly sin of lust, Kosuke. I want that hot, passionate devil sex. Yeah, I bet you do. Probably gonna have to wait on that. I haven't finished with Raph yet. Fine. How is Raph? Probably into some kinky shit. So far, no, he's a crime lord. Wow. You're dating a crime lord. How old is this guy? Upper 30s, I think. Yes, crime daddy, getting it. Mm-hmm. This has me all hot and bothered. I'll talk to you soon.
I exit Rath's bedroom and head to his office. Rath is sitting behind his desk with his usual cup of tea.
Good afternoon.
Hey, afternoon?
Well, yeah, you probably slept a long time or whatever.
I check my hell watch. It's 3 p.m. I slept super late.
Yep.
It is common to sleep long periods of time when you don't use acid regularly.
I see. Well, I'll head out and grab some food or something before work tonight.
Actually, Kosuke, I have something else in mind for today.
Oh? What's that?
No nightclub tonight?
No, I've asked Sandra to take care of that tonight. I have something rather sensitive to attend to. Ilya will be accompanying us.
Okay.
Sensitive?
Yes, I'm acquiring a good amount of highly illegal material, and smaller amounts of less well-known drugs. Salvia, DMT, things like that. They have asked for an in-person meeting, which is unusual.
Why is that unusual?
Typically, these types of deals are done through intermediaries, people who would shield people like me from hazardous situations. I would normally not risk my involvement, but this deal is $4 million.
Yeah, that is a lot of money.
They insist on meeting with you?
Yes, I will say, due to the amount we are obtaining, I do not blame them for being suspicious.
Are these people you've worked with before?
No, new contacts from Ilya, which is why he will accompany us as well. Chinese, I believe, new to the area. I admit that I do not have much experience in dealing with Chinese cartels. Ilya deals with Russian cartels.
I see. How can I help?
I don't think you necessarily can help, but I would like you to come along anyway, just to see how things go.
Sure, I'm up for it.
Well, I don't think you will help much. Just listen and watch. Your presence may comfort people who will be on edge.
Oh, he might want us to seduce him. Of course, he doesn't even know we're lust, so... yeah.
I'd comfort hardened criminals? Huh. I wonder why Rath thinks that.
Or does he know that we're lust? Did Sonder tell you?
Sounds good. When do we leave?
Your ex-wife tell you all about us?
Now we'll go get Ilya and drive to the appointed area.
We walked to the warehouse and picked up Ilya. Ilya's car was parked in back of the warehouse. We got in, and Ilya gets in carrying 2 suitcases. Once inside, Ilya surprised me by handing me not 1, but 2 pistols.
Yep. This could go bad. You might have to kill somebody again, probably. Who knows?
Here. For you.
Oh, thanks? I don't have any holsters for these.
Just tuck them into your pants or pockets. I don't expect we'll need them, but one can never be sure about such things.
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with drug dealers. You never know how bad it's gonna go.
Wrath seems at ease. Ilya seems at ease. It's like they're numb to guns, to violence. I tuck the guns into the waist of my pants and try to calm my shaking hands. Wrath doesn't seem to notice.
I'll grab some water here real quick. All right.
Is our backup there already, Ilya?
Yes. Always.
Backup?
A car full of people ready to assist us should things turn poorly. You never want to go to meetings like this alone.
Ah. So, are the cases you brought full of cash? Like a movie?
Yes, cash is preferred in our line of work.
Makes sense. My stomach does a backflip from stress. How can these guys be so calm? Ilya turns on some Italian opera to soothe my nerves. Thanks, Ilya. You're a pal. 10 minutes later, Ilya parks his car in back of a shady-looking warehouse. It's dark inside, but Wrath's warehouse is also dark. Doesn't mean much.
Ilya, please call our new friends and let them know we're here. I wish to conclude this business as quickly as possible.
Yes.
Ilya's giant hand smashes a button on his outdated flip phone. He waits a moment, listens to the voice on the opposite end, then responds in Chinese? What a talented guy.
Side door. We bring the money. They help us to load.
Good. After you.
Okay.
Ilya gets out of the car and carries one of the suitcases. Wrath carries the other. We walk up to the side door of the warehouse and Ilya raps on it. I'm shaking from excitement, and maybe a little fear, but I straighten my legs as best I can.
What the hell are you saying?
A voice inside responds with something I can't hear, and opens the door. Wrath, ever the gentleman, motions for me to follow Ilya inside.
Silas! Good to make relationship with you and businessman Ilya.
It is my sincere pleasure. May I have your name?
No, please. I am nobody. You speak to leader, Sun Yi.
Of course. Lead on.
He is close. This way, this way.
The man leads us further into the warehouse, past tall stacks of stuff. Who really knows what it all is? It's kind of an eerie feeling. The pallets and barrels of mystery contents create tight pathways through the warehouse. The darkness is so oppressive, I feel myself panicking slightly. I shouldn't even be here. Why am I here? Why did Lucifer do this to me? These guys are murderers and monsters. I'm not like them.
That's true. But here you are.
My heart thumps loudly in my chest and ears as we continue to follow the cartel worker. We walk a few more minutes, and the warehouse suddenly floods with light. A man sits by a table and motions to us to walk forward. I'm hesitant to leave the claustrophobic protection of the hallway, but I follow Wrath's lead. Several masked men train guns on us from different vantage points. My legs wobble uncertainly. I'm not used to this type of stress.
I might have known.
Please, do not do anything stupid. My men have you surrounded. You have the money?
No. These suitcases are decoys. The money is in another car outside. I would never walk into a deal unprepared. You must think we are fools.
Perhaps you are? What is keeping me from having you killed and taking the money outside?
Nothing, I suppose. Ilya?
Ilya roars something Russian and snaps two guns into his hands from his suit. Wrath drops his suitcase and shoots Sun Yi dead within 2 seconds. Everyone seems baffled at what just occurred. Wrath grabs me and throws me behind a stack of barrels. He joins me behind them while Ilya finds his own cover, killing 2 cartel members in the process.
This is not exactly what I expected.
And it's not what Kosuke expected either. He was hoping not to even have to be here right now. I would think that's what he's feeling.
What do we do?
Well, we stall for time. I've alerted our help. They will be with us in 2 minutes.
Several bullets whistle by, and several impact the barrels we're hiding behind. It occurs to me just how near death I am, and how shocking that is.
Kosuke, think. Use those guns Ilya gave you. Fire a few shots their way. We will move around towards where we came in. Follow me.
Easy for you to say. Okay. I take out both guns and blindly aim them where I think the shots are coming from. I squeeze the trigger and... nothing?
You'll want to turn the safety off.
Oh, yeah.
Right. With the safety off, I shoot a few shots and follow Wrath. My mind is still blown by how calm Wrath appears to be.
He ought to be. He's a crime lord.
A stray bullet ricochets and hits Wrath in his chest. He groans angrily and takes a few deep breaths.
Nothing vital, I think. Fortunate.
That's good?
Yes.
Wrath grabs one of my guns and stalks out from cover. He snaps off several shots and returns to hiding. I hear a couple bodies fall, as people shriek things in different languages. I still hear Ilya screaming, so I guess that's a good sign. Wrath and I are suddenly joined by 4 people with rifles. Wrath signals them curtly with some hand gestures, and they disappear into the warehouse.
We're safe now. My men will finish here.
What about Ilya?
Ilya finds a way to survive. You'll be fine.
Let's go then.
Yes.
We run back the way we came, into the parking lot, into Ilya's car. Wrath hops into the driver's seat. Police sirens blare in the distance. Wrath swears violently, finally losing his cool for a moment, before regaining control.
Well, I had hoped to have more time, but it cannot be helped.
Wrath pulls out his phone and speaks loudly into it for his men to draw back. The gunshots have reduced in severity now. Wrath revs Elia's car out of the parking lot, back towards his nightclub. The bullet hole in his suit oozes blood and makes me feel lightheaded. I feel fortunate to be alive.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm alive.
Did you think I'd let you die? Of course not.
That stray bullet could have been me, though. I had no doubts. Wrath's phone suddenly bleeps, and Wrath answers it quickly.
Ilya. Yes. We are out. You? Good.
Wrath hangs up the phone and smiles.
Only 4 casualties for us. Ilya has lit their warehouse on fire. The police will seize whatever doesn't burn down.
Oh, good?
I should say so. Very good. We have removed a new potential rival, and lost little for it.
4 lives is apparently little.
I do admit I was worried about you. For just a moment.
Sure.
Well, thanks for getting me out of it alive.
Of course. I think some tea and a little acid to calm our nerves, and...
That sounds great. Wrath took a long way back to his nightclub, just in case people were following us, or saw us leave, I guess. We entered Wrath's nightclub the back way. Wrath didn't think it necessary to alarm anyone by walking in with a bullet wound. Totally understandable. Once safe in Wrath's office, the dangers of the past couple hours washed over me. I crumpled heavily into one of Wrath's chairs. Surprisingly, Ilya came up to attend Wrath's injury, as if nothing had ever happened.
This deal, no good.
No, it was not good.
I do not trust Red Rocks.
I agree.
Wrath calmly sips tea, while Ilya removes the bullet and stitches his skin shut. I almost pass out from watching, but I can't stop watching.
There. Good as new.
Thank you, as always.
Is nothing.
Ilya packs up his leather bag of very sanitary-looking doctor's tools and leaves. Wrath gets up and pops a square of acid in his mouth, before offering me one.
Time to relax. You've definitely earned it.
But I mean, we didn't really do very much. We just blindly shot at the bad guys.
I take the acid and walk to Wrath's bed. I just want to sleep forever. Thanks. The next day had Wrath sleep in longer than me. It has to be because he's healing from the gunshot. I sneak up and out of his bedroom to make tea. I grab his tea kettle, fill it with water and plug it in. Then I go behind his desk, where a massive assortment of teas are kept. What's his favorite? This black one? These green round things? The pine cone looking things? I don't know. I don't remember watching closely to see which one he brews. I select a jar of what I think is green tea. Green tea is supposed to have a lot of health benefits, so...
That's jasmine pearl green tea. Good choice.
It seemed like a good choice, I think.
Ah, I thought you were sleeping. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
I was making you tea, although I'm not certain if there's anything special to do with it.
Brewing tea is an art. You're an artist, so perhaps you will like learning about it. For jasmine pearls, heat the water to 175 degrees. My kettle has different temperature settings, as you can see.
I just set it to boil.
Ah, yes. You want to set it to 175 degrees.
Okay.
Take a tablespoon or so of the pearls, and pour enough for 2 cups of water over them. You can sweeten it with honey, blackberry leaves, or milk, I suppose. Although I consider that somewhat barbaric.
Got it.
Let the pearls open for 4 minutes. Any longer and the tea will become too bitter. Any less, it will be too light. Although that is less of a problem than too bitter.
Interesting.
Well, since you're up, would you like to have some tea?
I'd like that.
Do you play chess?
I know how to play, but I'm not a master at it or anything.
Neither am I, but it's something to do while we have our tea, if you'd like.
Sure, I'm down for a game.
I have a set over here underneath some books, I believe.
Here, I'll look. You shouldn't lift stuff until you're healed.
Ah, thank you.
I rummage around his desk, that's cluttered with papers and books, and there's a leather-wrapped box underneath them.
Yes, that's it.
I clear off the table and open the box. Inside are some finely carved chess pieces. White, inlaid with gold, and black, inlaid with silver.
Ivory and ornamental ebony wood. I found this chess set when clearing out an old friend's apartment.
Haha, you found it, huh?
More like he probably confiscated it after he killed the guy, probably, or something.
He had no more need for it, as far as that goes. It is likely very valuable. I never looked into it.
That's cool. It has been a while since I set up a chessboard. Is it rook, then bishop?
No. Rook, then knight, then bishop. Queen always goes on her color.
Ah, yeah. That I do remember. I finish setting up the board, and Wrath walks over with our tea and sits.
You can go first, since you have the white pieces in front of you.
Okay, bear with me. I haven't played in a long time.
Grab some water here.
Do not worry. It is less about winning and more about the conversation.
True. Wrath takes a sip of his tea and sighs. He seems happy. I'm glad he likes being around me. Feels like I'm getting somewhere.
Probably. Excuse me.
I move my middle pawn up 2 spaces and sip my tea. Wrath mirrors my move.
Did you know chess is roughly 1,500 years old?
I didn't. That's interesting.
It originated in India. Most people are unaware of that.
Ah? I thought it was a European invention.
No. For 400 years it moved around the Middle East and Asia. It was carried to Europe by war and trade, Europeans definitely helped popularize it, however.
Fascinating how the origins of something that survives even to this day become obscured.
History is a subject most people have little to no interest in. It is what it is.
Wrath has captured one of my pawns already because I'm terrible at chess. Oh well. The value of history isn't immediately apparent. I think that's why.
Very likely correct. As society and technologies progress, we look back on history and think how stupid people were to believe certain things or act in certain ways. Ah, you just sacrificed your knight for a pawn. Do you want to take that move back?
No.
What a good answer. Learning from your mistakes the hard way is the best way to remember them. As I was saying, people in history were not foolish. They just had different opportunities and societies. Every convenience we enjoy now was built on someone in history suffering for it. We may be nearing a time where suffering is no longer necessary for the majority.
I don't think that'll ever happen. Humans find ways to be cruel to each other.
Yes, just because it isn't necessary doesn't mean it will no longer happen. People like to think we are past the cruelty of ancient times, but that is not the case at all.
Generally, I think people are better off than hundreds or thousands of years ago.
I wouldn't know about that.
Generally, but societies traded monarchs for corporations. The very privileged few enjoy riches never fathomed by even the richest cultures of past kings today.
Well, there's more people to work and give them money, I guess.
Indeed. There's so many people alive. Too many, in fact. Quality of life may have improved, but has overall happiness increased? I'm not sure. I think about this often.
I capture one of Wrath's knights. Score is almost tied. I'm only down 2 pawns.
Excellent move.
Thank you. What about your involvement in the current world? Do you think you're adding happiness?
No, I think I'm adding to people's perception of happiness. Drugs, specialized goods, they make people feel happy. For a time.
But not permanently, so it's just their perception that those things will make them happy.
Correct. I provide them their idea of happiness because it benefits me, and I become happier from the benefit.
But couldn't you do a lot with your power? For good?
Of course, but I don't want to. It doesn't make me as happy as I am now, and I find it important to not pretend.
Can't blame him there, I guess. It's rare to find someone so honest. I can appreciate that.
I have never claimed to be a saint. I'm just going through life doing what I would like to. I think most people, given the opportunity, would do the same.
Wrath just captured my queen for a bishop. How can you talk and concentrate on a game like this?
That is game. My next move puts you in checkmate.
I stare at the board, unsure what move he's talking about. So, I just make a move. And Wrath nudges one of his rooks to put my king in checkmate. Well done.
Thank you. Perhaps we will play again when the mood strikes.
You just want to beat me again.
We just received another achievement. I couldn't understand what it said, but yeah.
Win or lose, I would have enjoyed the game.
I'm thinking of something else we can enjoy right now.
I have time. The bedroom?
Of course.
Well, that means an uncensored scene, so I'm going to save and end it there. And once I'm done recording the uncensored part, I will come back to YouTube. Again, if you want to receive any uncensored videos that I record, you must become either a member on my $9 tier or my $25 tier on my Patreon. And again, I will mention your name at the end of every video once you become a member of any of the tiers that I have. I have a $3 tier, and of course the $9 tier and the $25 tier. The $9 and the $25 tier are set up for adult content. And once you become a member, you can post in there what videos you like to receive. Unless you want to receive all of them, that's fine. But also be sure to post your email address so that I can send them to you via email. And again, like I said, all the money goes directly to charity. It doesn't come to me. It just goes directly to charity. So I would really appreciate if you guys could do that. Become a member of my Patreon. So let's save this and get to what I've gotta do with the uncensored parts. Save right there. Okay. And there we go.